Hello, good evening. You are welcome to pattern drafting with Lena. So today we are going to be drafting this beautiful Igbo blouse you are seeing on your screen. If you are just seeing me for the first time, you are welcome, and if you are a return subscriber, God bless you. So without any further delay, let's jump into the class. The measurements we need for this blouse, we need our bust measurement, we need our waist measurement, we need our nape to waist measurement, our shoulder measurement, our hip measurement, hip depth, across back, across chest, blouse length. Without any further delay, we also need our shoulder to under bust and round under bust. So I will go to our proportion table now to take out our point O and co, all we need to draft this. So the point O for this measurement, the point O, because we are working with bust 96, so we will go to our proportional table. Exactly, we have bust 96 there, and the point O is 3.5. the neck width is 7.5. the bust line is 22, the backup is 6, and the dart is 8. So that's all we need from this our proportional table. So without any further delay, let's jump into the class. The first thing we are going to be doing is to take our top line. If you know me very well, you know that I don't joke with top line. Our top line is always 2 cm. So I will take 2 cm. Then I will connect and label our top line. So this is our top line. The next will be our point O. We are working with the back first. So the next will be our point O for the back. The point O for the back is 3.5. So this is my center front, while this is my center back. So I will take the point O for back, which is 3.5 now, starting from the top line, and will apply the point O. I won't take it all the way to the center front. Okay with this one. So this is our point O. The next is our shoulder line measurement. The shoulder line measurement for every body size is 3 cm. 3 cm. So the measurement 3 cm will start from our point O. And now connect again. This is our shoulder line, and label it shoulder line. The next is our bust line. And the bust line is 22 cm, and this 22 cm I will extend it to the front, because you know our bust line extends to the front. So the 22 cm will start from point O. Take it this way. This is our 22 cm. I need to extend it to the front, so I will take the measurements from my top line. Since the top line was extended to the front, so I will see what I have. I have 25.5. That's what it's supposed to be. 25.5. 3.5 plus 22 will give us 25.5. So I will take that 25.5 to the front so that I can connect them. So I will connect all my dots. My bust line. The next is our nape to waist line. That is our waistline. The nape to waist for this person is 37 cm. The nape to waist, we also start from the point O. 37 cm. I will also be extending it to the front, so let me just take what I have from the bust line to that place so that I can transfer it to the front. 15.5. 15.5 from my waist. That is the distance between my bust to my waist is 15.5. Bust to the waist of this person I'm drafting for. I will connect and label. This is our nape to waist. The next is our hip depth. The hip depth we are working with. The hip depth for this person is 26 cm. And the measurement will start from our waistline. You know how to take the hip depth measurement. You start from your waist. If you don't know how to take the measurement, please, the first video in this class, the first video on this channel is how to take accurate body measurements. The hip depth is 26, so I will input my 26 from my waistline. Then I will connect it again. Don't forget you are watching pattern drafting with Lena. Please, if you have not subscribed, please help me to subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up. This is our hip depth. Hip depth. The next now will be to input our cross back line. And to get our cross back line, you take the measurement from your point O to your bust line and divide it. That is, get the midpoint of your point O to your bust line, which means our cross back is located at the middle from our point O. That is our nape to our bust line. So for this person, her bust line is 22, which means her cross back line will be 11 cm. That is 22 divided by 2. If you are working with 24, you divide by 2. Whatever measurement you are working with, just divide it into 2. This is our cross back, also known as XB. When you see me say XB, that is our cross back. The next is our armhole construction line. To input our armhole construction line, you come in from your center back with the half measurement of the cross back you are working with. The cross back I'm working with is 38. Half of it is 19. I will put the 19 on the bust line, our cross back line, and also on the shoulder line. So 19. This is it here. This is it here. This is it. So I'll connect the three legs. The next will be to input our neck width. The neck width we are working with is 7.5. We are going to be putting that on our point O. We are coming in from the center back on this point O line to put the neck width, and the neck width is 7.5. Then you move upward 2 cm and connect it this way. Curve your neck width. Beautiful curve this way. The next will be to come to this shoulder line on this armhole construction line. Come out with 2 cm on the shoulder line. Come out, you move out from the armhole construction line by 2 cm. Then you come down to your cross back line On that across back line, you take 3 cm downward towards your bust line. On the bust line, you are going to apply the backup, which is also derived from the proportional table. The backup for this person is 6 cm. 6 cm BK backup. Then you are going to be taking your angle 45. I know all of us will know this one. We need a diagonal line, and to achieve that, we need to take our angle 45 cm. So, have it here, dot it and take a diagonal line towards there. All I need there is 3 cm, so I'll be taking the 3 cm this way. Now I will connect from my neck point down to my shoulder tip, from my shoulder tip down to the 3 cm on the across back, then from the 3 cm back to my backup, passing that 3 cm on the diagonal line. You can use your curve. Let me use my free hand. I hope you can see it. Then connect this way, and also this way. I hope it's visible enough for you to see. I hope you can see it. The next will be to go down to our hip line and input quarter of the hip measurement we are working with plus 1.5 for ease. The hip measurement we are working with is 103. When we divide by 4, it will give us 25.75. Then plus 1.5 will give us 27.25. So I will come in on the hip line with that measurement 27.25. I will come in from the CB 27.25. Let me use my pencil to mark it before marker. 27.25. It's almost 27.3. This is it here. So I will mark it with my marker. Then I will now connect from my bust line, that backup on my bust line. I will connect it to this measurement on the hip with a straight ruler. Hope you can see it this way. Back. This is what is looking like. Hope you can see it before we move to the front. This is what it's looking like. So now we are going to move to the front. To the front, the first thing we will be doing is also to input our front point O. Our front point O is usually 4 cm, 5 cm, and 4.5. The 4 cm is for the plus size, while the 4.5 is for the medium size, and the 5 cm for the smaller size. The point O front point O is usually the smaller, the lesser in bust, the higher. Unlike the back, the higher in bust, the higher in point O. So now, for this point O for front, I will be using 5 cm. This person is a smaller size. Her bust is not even up to 100. So I will be using 5 cm for her front point O. I hope I did not confuse it. I said the smaller in bust, the higher the point O at front. You understand? And that point O for front also serves as the shoulder line. Now I've taken the point O. The next will be to come in with our neck width. The neck width equal to the back neck width. We are going to use it to form square. So the neck width is 7.5. I will use it to form square. I hope you know what square. I assume all of us will know what square is. So this is it. I'll connect it for you to see it now. This is what I'm talking about. Like you can see, and you can curve, give it a nice curve over the neck. So now, the next will be to go in on this shoulder. You know, I said this point O also serves as the shoulder line. We will go in from our center front with 16.5. 16.5. This 16.5 is not standard. Why I say it's not standard, I've worked with plus size, those people that those size like 120, 127. I observed that this 16.5 don't work for them, so I usually make it 19 to 20. Aside from that, this 16.5 is okay for medium size, but when the bust is exceeding to 120, you find out that when you master this pattern, you understand what I'm saying. So 16.5, then I will take my shoulder slope. Hope you can see it this way. Took my tape from my neck point, taking a line, should I call it a diagonal line that must pass that 16.5 this way. This is my 16.5. The shoulder slope must pass. I've taken off my ruler. Hope you can see it. You understand? The next will be our across chest line. Our across chest line, unlike the back that will have to get the midpoint of the bust line to point. So for the front, you will move upward from your bust line by 4 cm. According to Natalie Gray, our across chest is located 4 cm above our bust line. So you connect this way. This is our across chest, also known as XC. When I was talking about the measurements, you remember I did not measure shoulder to nipple, nipple to nipple. No, we don't need it. And after drafting, what you need is make sure that your across chest is accurate. The measurements, you take it very well, and your across back. And after that, you will see that your cloth will sit well. You don't need, for this one, I don't say that those people that do shoulder to nipple, nipple to nipple are wrong. That is their own method. But for me, I don't do that. And my blouse, whatever I sew with breast pad, will sit very well. So the next will be to get our true bust line. Something they call true bust line. So the true bust line, also you move down from your bust line 4 cm. 4 cm standard, even the across back standard. This is our true bust line. The next is to come in on our bust line, to come in with quarter of our across chest. Like I said, make sure that your across chest is correct. If your across chest is correct, the quarter of your across chest is exactly where your nipple is. Our body is divided by 4. If you look at it, our body is divided by 4. From here you can see to your nipple, quarter, from your nipple to your side, another one, all the way. Our body, our front part is divided by 4. Our back is also divided by 4, which means quarter of it gives you your nipple. So now come in with quarter of the across chest I'm working with. The across chest I'm working with is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give you 10 cm. No add, no reduction. I will come in from this center front on my bust line to put the 10 cm. Then exactly where I put that 10 cm, I will move down 2 cm. And I will draw a line, straight line, label that place, that 2 cm. I will label it my point X. Point X. Point X. I hope you understand. Then I will come back to this shoulder slope to take 2 cm. When I take this 2 cm, I will connect it to that my point X on a broken line. This way, put your ruler, connect it on a broken line this way. Hope you can see it. The next is another 2 cm. Starting from the broken line, when you take another 2 cm, again you connect it to your point X, but this time around it will be straight, no longer on the broken line. The next will be to input our dart. Our dart is also derived from the proportional table. This dart I'm working with here is 8 cm. You start from the second 2 cm, you put your 8 cm, and also you are going to connect it down to your point X again. This is our dart. You connect it down to your point X. Then the next will now be to take your shoulder measurements. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 15 cm. You put your 15 cm here. This is our shoulder for front. Then you will come to your across chest and impute half measurement of your across chest. The across chest I'm working with is 20. When you divide, the across chest I'm working with is 40. When you divide by 2, it will give you 20. So I will put the 20 on my across chest and also on my bust line. I will come in from my center front this way to put the 20. This is it here. Also repeat it on my bust line. Then when you look at this space, you see, because we are going to be folding this in when we are cutting, we are going to fold it in, and when we fold it in, it means we are going to be losing a little bit here. So we are going to take the measurements of what you have here to transfer it back, so that after everything we won't be short of anything. The measurement is usually 2 cm, like I said, 2 cm. You take the 2 cm back to your across chest and also back to your bust line. Again, you will take this other small space here. You are going to take the measurement of whatever you have there. Have 1 cm. You will transfer it now only to the bust line, no longer bust and across back on your chest. You are going to transfer it only on the bust line. Then you will connect from your bust line to your across chest. It's looking this way. It's not supposed to be straight because the one on your bust you still have extra one. You understand? Then you will connect our shoulder tip. Now we are going to bring in our shoulder tip down to our across chest this way. Bring your shoulder tip down to your across chest. Then you take the measurement of what you have there. That is from your shoulder tip to your across chest. You take the measurement of what you have there. Let's see what you have here. Here I have 2.5. I will get the midpoint of that 2.5. This is what it's giving me. And when I get the midpoint, I will move in this way or out, whichever one, with 1 cm. I hope you understand. Then again, you remember our usually angle 45. We are going to take it here because we need another diagonal line. So I will take my angle 45 on that connection from the bust to the across chest this way. I'll take it this way. This is where it's facing. I need a line, a diagonal line towards that side. I don't draw too much. I don't need what I just need is just 2 cm on that line. All I need is just 2 cm, so that our move will not be too deep and not be too high. Now listen to this one. This one is a bit confusing. You remember we did backup for the back. For the front, there's nothing like backup. I hope you can see it. For the front, there is nothing like back up. So what we are going to be doing for the front is we will go back to our initial measurements, initial bust measurements. Let me say, to apply what we are going to be putting on our bust line for the front is you go back to your initial bust measurements. You divide it by 2, then you add 5, because this pattern we are supposed to have 10 cm each on our bodies after sewing, after drafting and cutting sewing. We are supposed to have 10 cm each wearing ease on our body. So that's why we are adding that 10 cm divided by 2 will give us 5. We divide our bust by 2. We also divide that 10 cm by 2, which will now give us, that means our bust divided by 2 plus 5, whatever it gives you. Then you now take the measurement from your center back to your side back. This is our side back. Your center back to your side back. Whatever you now have, you subtract it from there. Let me tell you, the bust I'm working with is 96. 96 divided by 2 will give me 48. 48 plus 5. 48 plus 5 will give me equals to 53. Now I will go and measure what I have on my center back to my side back, so I can subtract it from that 53. So I have 25. So I will subtract that 53 minus 25 will give me 28. Minus 25 will give me 28, which means what I will be putting on my front bust line is 28 cm. So I will come in from my center front on my bust line to impute the 28. I've put it the 28. So now I will use my curve to connect from my shoulder tip. That's the way I'm doing it. To connect from my shoulder tip this way. Place it this way. Make sure it's sitting on that 1 cm this way. Then again, you can use your curve again, or you use your freehand to connect from that your 28 to this side, passing that 2 cm on that diagonal line. I hope you can see it. So next we'll go down to our hip to impute the same exact measurements we have on our back pattern. That is what we are going to be putting. I think we have 27.25. We divided the hip by 4 plus 1.5 and it gives us 27.5. So I will come in from the center front on the hip line to put the 27.25 again. Yeah, I will mark it. Then I will connect with my straight ruler to my bust line, looking this way. This is what it will give you. Let me raise it up so that you see. If you are familiar with this pattern, you will see what the front is looking like. If you can see it very well, see what the front is looking like. You can see the front armhole is usually deeper than the back armhole. So this is basic. So we are going to enter the alteration. We will be altering it, the way shaping, underballs, everything. Don't forget you are watching Pattern Drafting with Lena. Please help me to give this video a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel if you have not. So the next we'll be seeing is how to alter it.